Ah, they're backtracking already. It does show they might actually listen to people. I was surprised. Hi, it's me again. And one of the things that people defend the licence fee for is local radio. Who else is going to do local radio like the BBC do and spend that amount of money doing it and make proper local programming for us local people? That's what I get. And all right, if you enjoy that sort of thing, that is a defence for paying the licence fee. I accept that. But the BBC were going to fundamentally change local radio in a cost-cutting measure. And it caused a lot of uproar with licence fee payers, and looks like they're backtracking a little bit on it. So it shows they can actually listen to people. I was surprised at that, weren't you? BBC revised proposed plans to reduce local radio programming following feedback. Yeah, they did not get a lot of positive feedback on that at all. So we're going to keep local. So your local radio, so like mine is BBC Essex, for instance, up till 2 p.m. it was going to be pretty much unchanged. But after 2 p.m. they're going to amalgamate it with some other areas, which is going to knacker the evening drive time show, which is one of the biggest shows on local radio. People like the evening drive time show. It helps them get home when they're stuck in traffic with traffic news and stuff like that, and keeps people entertained. It's one of the biggest shows on local radio, but it wasn't going to be as local. And it caused complete uproar. And it appears the BBC did listen. And credit where it's due, being able to backtrack on something and change your plans to suit the mood of the people. If only they could do that with the licence fee. Hey. On Wednesday, the corporation announced it is increasing the proposed number of afternoon and weekend programmes and revising proposed pairings of stations following feedback from staff and audiences. The number of afternoon weekday programmes between 2 and 6 p.m. will increase from 18 to 20, it said. The announced amendments will also see number of weekend daytime shows between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday mornings go up from the proposed 12 programmes to 18, the BBC said. So they're not exactly putting it back as it was, but they're trying to keep it a bit more local. But they are sacking off a lot of people, and they are trying to close some offices. And then they went and employed somebody on what has to be a six-figure income, but the BBC will never tell me, to be local radio commissioner or something, oversee them all. And he's going to just travel around the UK in his BBC company car dealing with these issues. Not had one of those before. I don't understand why, but BBC obviously know why they need one. I don't work in the BBC. I don't know the ins and outs, but it seems wasteful to me. When you're trying to save money by making these cuts, and then you employ someone who must be on a six-figure salary and give them a company car to travel around the UK. Seems odd. Seems odd to me, but it seems the BBC are listening. But why can't they listen about the TV licence fee? Get it decriminalised. Start repaying for the over 75s to have their free licence. All of them, not just the ones on pension credit. So you can listen to people when they're talking about this, but you can't listen to people about the licence fee. The reason is because you peed a lot of people off with this, and a lot of oldies were saying, that's it, I'm never going to pay the licence fee again if I can't listen to local radio in the way I like it. I don't like change. Why should you have to like change? You pay your licence fee for the service that you thought you were getting. If they change the service or make the service worse, you should be able to not pay the licence fee, shouldn't you? And you don't need to pay the licence fee to listen to BBC Radio anyway. Clues in the title. It's a TV licence. Jason Horton, Director of Production at BBC Local, said, "Our goal over the next 12 months is to modernise our BBC Local services in England to strengthen our online provision for communities across the country. We have listened carefully to the feedback we have received about proposed changes to BBC Local radio programming. As a result, we are making a number of amendments to the original plan in order to strike the best possible balance between live and on-demand services." I mean, they do see the future of BBC Local Radio on the Sounds app. That's where they see it. They don't want to have to pay for the broadcast licences throughout the country, the FM and the DAB licences. They don't want to have to pay for that. The BBC can't see a way why you can't just have the BBC Sounds app on your phone that works through your car or while you're sitting at home through your speakers, whatever. That's what they want to do. And that is what's going to happen, isn't it? It is. They're going to save as much money as they can, and they don't care how many licence fee payers they pee off in the meantime. But they will care, because if they pee off enough licence fee payers, some of them will stop paying, and then they'll notice. So what do you reckon about this then? Let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because that way, hopefully I'll see you in another video again soon when I... Ta-da.